All right, let's jump into a really cool thought experiment. I want you to forget everything you think you know from history class, because today, we're not just going to study Cleopatra, we're going to be raised by her.
So just imagine for a second that you are her apprentice. What would her curriculum even look like? How would she teach you to master the world? This isn't about memorizing dates and battles. Nope. This is a masterclass in strategy, influence, and, let's be honest, survival.
And this is how it starts, your very first encounter. She finds you on the banks of the Nile, and with just these few words, she completely shatters the idea of just passively waiting around. Her core philosophy is crystal clear from day one. You are an actor, not an observer. You don't wait for opportunities, you go out and create them.
And just like that, your, let's call it unconventional education begins. There's no classroom, no textbooks like you'd imagine. Your school is the palace, and your teacher is probably the most powerful woman on the planet.
You know, this first moment really sets the tone for everything. Think about it. She doesn't send a servant. She comes herself. That right there is a lesson in personal agency. Power isn't something you're just given. It's something you have to move towards and seize. And that's the foundation for everything that's about to come next.
So, now that you get it, you have to act, it's time for year one. It's time to learn the language that really runs the world.
She just hands you this political scroll. It's complex, it's dense, filled with all these treaties and alliances, and she doesn't dumb it down for you one bit. Her instruction is simple. Learn it. But why? Well, because understanding the hidden mechanics of power, the stuff written in blood and ink that most people just ignore, that is the absolute key to unlocking it.
And that, right there, is the first pillar of her teaching. See, it's not about being the loudest person in the room or having the biggest army. True, lasting power comes from knowledge. It comes from seeing the patterns and understanding the language that other people just find incomprehensible.
So here's the roadmap she's laid out for you. It's a decade-long journey. We've just covered year one, the words. Now let's see how this all builds with the audience, the general, the plot, and finally becoming the master.
Okay, so we're moving from theory to practice. Because power isn't just about knowing stuff, it's about reading people and, more importantly, controlling the story. To Cleopatra, this is all just a game. And she never, ever loses.
By year 3, you're standing right beside her throne, and your only job? It's to watch, to see past all the grand gestures and the flattering words from these powerful men. Your test is to figure out who's lying. And this isn't about being paranoid. It's about perception. It's about learning to read the tiny, subtle currents of what people really want in any room.
Then, in year 5, you get a front row seat to a masterclass in influence. A powerful Roman general shows up, just dripping with arrogance. You watch Cleopatra work her magic, and by the end of the night, he's totally convinced he's in control. With absolutely no idea, he's just been completely played.
And that is the masterstroke. This is the art of real influence. It's not about forcing people to do what you want. It's about guiding them so skillfully that they come to your conclusion all on their own, believing it was their brilliant idea the entire time.
We're now getting into the advanced stages of your training. These are the lessons on defense, on foresight, and on the most powerful weapon of all, how other people see you.
It's year 7. A plot is uncovered. You ask her how she always knows, and her answer is chillingly simple. She doesn't react to threats. She prevents them by being relentlessly observant. Betrayal doesn't really surprise you when you've been watching all the pieces move on the board the whole time. It's just a state of constant, calm awareness.
And here it is, your final lesson in year 10. This is the culmination of everything you've learned. The single greatest strategic advantage you can possibly have is to be underestimated. You let people get comfortable. You let them think they've got you all figured out. And while they're so busy focused on the obvious threats, you're the one who is truly in control.
So after a decade of this incredible training, the lessons are complete. But they aren't just a story. They actually form a playbook for power that is just as relevant today as it was 2,000 years ago.
Let's just quickly recap this powerful framework. First, seize agency. Don't wait for things to happen to you. Second, master the language of your world so you can understand what others can't. Third, control the narrative. Influence things subtly. Fourth, pay attention always, because awareness is your best defense. And finally, number 5, wield underestimation as your secret weapon.
And that brings us to the end. This whole education, it wasn't just about ruling a kingdom.
It's about mastering any environment you find yourself in. And it leaves us with one final, pretty provocative question to think about in our own lives. Where is your greatest strength hidden? And who will you let underestimate you next?